Hello and welcome to Cracking the Cryptic. And earlier today, Simon released a video in which he went through the solve of Christoph Seeliger's puzzle from yesterday again, apologising for the fact that he missed a trick in the solving that could have made it considerably more straightforward to get started, and showing you the beauty of the puzzle with that trick embedded. Since then, we've learned that there is such a thing as an apology video on YouTube, and this wasn't really a classic example of an apology video where YouTubers are apologizing for dishonesty or content abuse or something. Anyway, so since apologies are in the air, the video I'm doing today, the puzzle I'm going to solve, is by Richard Stolk, to whom I apologize for yesterday saying he was a German. Richard pointed out he was very Dutch, and therefore I had got his nationality wrong. And to say sorry, we're going to do another of his puzzles from the series that he brought out a couple of weeks ago. This one's called Different Differences. I'll explain the rules in a moment. I will also keep on the apology thread. I was a little bit glib in terms of referring to colorblind people yesterday. Yes, I am aware that red-green is the most common form of colorblindness. I do believe that the red and green colors in our software are different enough that they don't cause colorblind people any trouble. I don't think we've had actual complaints about those two colors from colorblind people, but there were clearly a lot of people who sprang to their defense, assumed I didn't know red-green was the normal colorblind. If I need to use parity colors again, I won't use red and green, obviously. Now, on the other hand, I'm not sure I can deal with the synesthesia people who, many of whom for some reason wrote in to say that they associated red with odd, so I was really messing them about yesterday. I presume there's going to be an equal number who have the opposite, unless there really is some natural connection between red and odd. I liked the suggestion from someone that they always use orange for odd because they both begin with O. And so if I have to use parity colors again sometime, then I would definitely go for that. I like that idea. I don't know what I'll do for the other color. Anyway, all of that nonsense being said, oh no, I'm gonna make one further apology actually. I'm gonna make two. So one is, Simon tells me yesterday, especially, I look quite lugubrious at the start of the video, sort of downcast and as though it was a chore. It is never a chore. The puzzles we get are so brilliant. Frankly, I enjoy any puzzle, but the ones we've had lately have been excellent. This comes with Richard Stolk's name on. I think it's going to be excellent again, but we shall see. And the other apology is for the fact that occasionally recently I have made an error that's turned out to be correct and the solve has happened anyway. I think that's 2 or 3 times in the last 2 weeks. So I'm sorry I don't do what Simon does and do a full re-solve of the puzzle without that assumption, but you guys normally clear that up in the comments very brilliantly. So I feel covered by that. I am, as you probably know, more focused on kind of speed and getting to the end of solves. So maybe I should take a quick step back and try and appreciate the beauty of the construction as Simon does a little more. We'll see how that goes. I'm not trusting myself to get that done. Right, on to today's puzzle. Different differences. Now, the rule set is that each of the 3x3 boxes has white cells representing a different difference. Now, this is why I've put, this is a normal 9x9 Sudoku, but I've put the numbers from 1 to 9 on the side of the puzzle so we can kind of tick them off when we've identified which box is using a different difference. Now, the rules within each box are that all of the differences of that number in that box are marked. So you can't expect any differences between boxes. That wouldn't even be shown. But if this box, say, had a difference of 1 as its number, then every cell, every 2 cells that differed by 1 would have a dot between them. And therefore in this box, since there are no dots, there could be no differences of 1 between any 2 digits that were neighbouring. Now, I hope that's understood. I think it's fairly simple. It's a nice idea, and one of each of the 9 boxes uses one of these digits as its difference. So that's the rules. I like it because it's quite a simple idea, and I have no idea what sort of logic we'll need to use to solve a puzzle like this. So, with all that said, you can play it on the link below the video, and you can do that before watching my solve. I'm sorry if those rules are too complex. Hopefully, however we frame them will be clear to read. So, right, where do we begin? Let's get cracking. Well, up in this box, we have a run of 5 digits. So they could differ by 1, obviously, but they could also differ by 2. They could be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 in one order or another. Yeah, okay. So that's kind of 1 or 2 up there. These 2 boxes both have a run of 3 digits within the same box. So their difference can't be more than 4, can it? 1, 2, 3 would be a difference of 1. 1, 3, 5 would be a difference of 2. Once you get up to 4, it's 1, 5, 9. And anything bigger than that, you couldn't have a run of 3. So this one's 1 or 2. These ones are 1, 2, 3, or 4. Maybe this isn't the right place to begin. No, I tell you what, the big number is the right place to begin. Okay, this box has no dots in it. Now that is therefore the difference of 9, because wherever the box which has a difference of 9 in it is, clearly the biggest number is 9, the smallest is 1, the difference between them is only 8. There can be no dots in the box with 9 in, and this is the only box with no dots. So that's 9. So I'm going to black out the 9. We've worked out where that is. It's here. Yeah, and that works again. Here is a box with only 1 dot, and the 8 box must have only 1 dot, because the difference between 1 and 9 is 8. So that one is done as well. In fact, we can place some digits, because we know 1 and 9 must be in those 2 cells. We can place pencil marks anyway. So that's maybe how to start. Now, 7 could have 2 dots, because there could be a 1, 8 and a 2, 9. So 7 is either this box or this box, because all the others have 3. Okay, here's a final apology. I was going to use a mouse, because people don't like when my trackpad comes up with the right-click button, which I can't always control. But I'm already using both USB ports on my computer for the sound and the light. So I'm sorry, that's not possible at the moment. I'll see what I can do about that in due course. Anyway, so we've worked out that 7 is in one of those 2 boxes, but we don't know which one. 6, well, it can't have the run of 3. But, well, it could be here. No, okay. Okay. I think it's getting harder to eliminate anything else after 9 and 8. But look at this central box. Yeah, this is very interesting. 2, 3, and 4 are there. And these 2 dots, sort of 2 dominoes surrounded by dots. Now, because 2, 3, and 4 occupy a place in this sequence, there's only one number below them, and obviously 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 above. So, if there was a difference of 4 in this box, then the only 2 possibilities that don't involve 2, 3, and 4 are 1 to 5 and 5 to 9. And obviously you can't have 2 5s in those 2 dominoes. So because 2, 3, and 4 are eliminated, that's too much difference. And this is going to work for all the numbers bigger than 5. This box can't have a difference of 5. It can't have a difference of 6, because although you could have 1 and 7, you can't have a second difference without using 2, 3, or 4. It's going to be the same for 7. Obviously 8 and 9 are ruled out. So this box, all of these 4 boxes have to have a difference less than 5. They are the 1 to 4 boxes. Now, I don't know the order. And in fact, this one can't be 4 because we ruled out 1 and 5 and 5 and 9. So, and this is 1 or 2. This is 1, 2 or 3. One of these two is 4 and the other one's in 1, 2, 3, 4 as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4 are combined to the top 4 corner boxes there. Now that means this one, and this one are 5, 6 and 7 in some order. This one can't be 7 because 7's only got 2 dots in. Okay, so that's some progress. Now what about... Oh, yeah, okay. If the difference was 1 in this box, these two items, obviously we can't use 1 and 2 because 2's gone. 3 and 4 are gone. So we're going to have to use 4 numbers from 5, 6, 7 and 8 for these two dominoes with dots in. They're going to include 6 and 8. Now, yeah, the key point is they're not going to include 1. Therefore, 1 would have to be here or here and would be next to the 2 and need a dot. So the difference here is not 1. And for exactly the same reason, it's not 2. This is lovely. Again, you couldn't use the 1 because 3's already gone. So if the difference was 2, the 1 would have to be here or here, and it would be next to the 3, and that would need a dot. That's beautiful. So now we know the difference is 3 in the central box. That's just mad. So I'm going to black out the 3. Now, to make the difference 3, we can't use the 1. We've got to use 5 and 8 and 6 and 9. And look at that 5 is telling us where 5 and 8 goes. Actually, that 8's telling us which way round they go. So we can put in 5 and 8. This is 6 and 9. And the difference of 3 from that means it's not 6 because there'd be a dot. So the negative constraint's really important in this puzzle. I guess we should have expected that from the fact that it exists, but wow. Now, I don't think we can work out which way round the 1, 7 are. I mean, they'd be 3 away from 4, and that's down here. So we're going to have to leave those as a pair. But we've done this central box is 3. Now, this one's 1 or 2. So one of these is 4. So one of them has a 1, 5, 9 triple running along here. I don't know which one. So what about this run up here? I was thinking it was going to have to be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 for some reason, but it can't be. If this was 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, you'd have to have 2, 4, 6 and 8 in these 4 cells. You'd have a difference of 2 for the box. And how could you possibly fit those in without hitting a difference of 2? Sure, you could put 2 beside 6 and 8, but then 4 would be beside 6 somehow. So that just cannot happen. So this is not a difference of 2 in this box. It's a difference of 1. And I think we can use the same principle. If this was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so you had 3 off the end of the sequence, 7, 8 and 9 in here, along with a 1 even. Where are you going to put the 8? You can put the 8 in any one of those corners, but you cannot avoid having either 7 or 9 next to it and needing another dot. So it cannot be a run that leaves any 3 digits together. So therefore, this run must be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can put 5 there in the middle of it. 4, 6. I mean, that's so clever. 3, 7. Now, how are we going to fit 1, 2, 8, 9 in there? Well, 1 has to be not touching 2, so they must be in some diagonal conformation of the low numbers in one diagonal and the high numbers in another. Whichever way round it goes, 7 can't be next to 8, but it might be near a low number. Oh yeah, either 7 or 3 can't be next to 8 or 2, whichever, you know, if this is the low numbers, then the 3 here will determine which way round they go. If, on the other hand, it's the high numbers, the 7 in one of these cells will determine it. That's really weird. Okay, what an odd conformation. Interesting. Okay, so now we've got these 2 boxes. This one was, yeah, a 1 difference. So I should be very careful and black that out. So these 2 are 2 and 4 in some order. Now, what order? One of them has a 159 run up the middle. Oh, and whichever one it is seeing this cell. Whether 159 is there, making this one 2 or 8, or 159 is there, this one has to be 2 or 8. Which is one high and one low. This one must be the other low or high, so that's either 1 or 9. But I don't think that means anything for these ones, annoyingly. So 2 or 4. Oh, look, these can't be even. Because whichever, if they were even, they'd either have to be a run of 2, 4, 6 or 4, 6, 8, and it couldn't be in the 4 difference box. And whether it was 2, 4, 6 or 4, 6, 8, it would be impossible because they're both looking at cells with 4 and 6 in. So these are odd. And one of them's 159. And the other one could be anything. I think I didn't expect it. I think this is going to be a puzzle we might have to do parity colours. But I know what I'm going to do this time. So I'm going to do that just to keep myself reminded that these ones are definitely odd. Oh god, yeah, we get a lot of parity colours already to put in here. Orange. Oh my goodness. I think, do you know, this could be relevant in this puzzle. Could be a waste of time, but I have a feeling it's not. Now, what colour was I going to do for even? I'm going to go with our blue to celebrate my new sweater that I'm wearing. There we go. So, what do we do next? Well, yeah, 5 and 5 there. So this run of 3 could, if this was the 2 difference box, it could be 135, 357 or 579. They've all got a 5 in. If it was the 4 box, it would be 159. That's got a 5 in. So there's a 5 in this run. And look, those 2 5s are telling us where it is. So we can fill a 5 in there. It doesn't work this way because we don't have a 5 in this column to rule out. But there must be a 5 in the box in exactly the same way, and it must now be in one of those 2 cells. But it could be, it can't be 135. It could be 579, or this could be the 159. Actually, this is either 159 or 357 one way round or the other. This one I'm much less sure about. Oh, that's annoying. But they're all odd. I wish we're not quite getting to the point where we've got 5 odds in a row or a box except this one yet, so can't really do that now. For now, these other boxes are 5, 6 and 7, and this one can't be 7. But it could be... where does 5 go in this box? Look, 5's appearing in column 1 and 2. How could 5 go in here with a difference of 5, 6 or 7? It couldn't, because it would have to go with a number higher than 9 or lower than 1. So 5 goes in here. That's right. Oh, look. Good God, that's mad. Okay. Oh. The light dawns. I mean, I think we've seen some interesting logic already. But this is mind-blowing to me. Okay, so this box can't be the 7 box because we know that has to be one of these two. So it's either got a 6 difference or a 5 difference. A 6 difference, there can be 3 dots in separate dominoes because you can have 1 and 7, 2 and 8, and 3 and 9. But a 5 difference, you would think that was even more free because there were 4 possible combinations. 1 and 6, 2 and 7, 3 and 8, and 4 and 9. But if you were to put 3 of those in these dominoes, then the 4th one would have to appear here and would require a dot, a 4th dot in the cell, in the box. That's insane. I hope you're following that, because if this was the 5 difference box, 3 of these would have to be occupied by 3 of the pairs that are 5 apart from 5 in the numbers 1 to 9. The other 2 numbers would have to be 5 apart as well, and yet there's no dot there. So this is not the 5 box, this is the 6 box. I love that. I love that. So these 6 cells are occupied by the digits that can be 6 apart: 1, 7, 2, 8, and 3, 9. These 2 down here are 4 and 6. That's all that's left. They're not 5. They're not 6 apart, so they don't get a dot. That's fine. Let's make them blue because they're even. And we've now got 4, 6 pairs, intriguingly, in both columns 1 and 2. Actually, in column 3, this can't be 4 or 6, so we get yet another 4, 6 pair. But I don't know which way around they go. I don't think that really helps us at all. Oh, this is amazingly weird. How is the parity shading going to help, if at all? Oh, that one is orange. I don't know. 8's in one of these 2, but I don't think that's very relevant. I mean, this 9 box, surely that's going to be the last thing we do because we will never get a clue from it. I don't know. These 2 that we've got left, they're 5 and 7, aren't they? 5 and 7 they're always, those differences always require different parities. So here we'd have 1 blue and 1 orange cell. So whatever that is couldn't be that. How does that help? I'm going to colour these all a slightly different colour. Something else. Oh, God. Sorry. I'm going to colour them purple, which shows that they're dominoes. I'm trying to keep in mind that they're dominoes that have different parity cells in. I mean, it's almost really important, isn't it? I don't quite know how it works, though. See, it would be... Oh, I don't know. What about down here? Are these... If this was 5, 7, 3... I don't know. Would these... One of these would have to be 1 or 9. That's not... Oh, good God. I was starting to think maybe there's a reason this can't be 2, 8, because that would take away the remaining even cells in this column. This would now become a 1-9 pair. This would be odd. It would have to be a 3 or 7. But actually, the other case, oh, it works both ways. This is incredible. Right, okay, now I'm imagining, what if this domino here is odd? Because this is a box with a 6 difference. So this is either then going to be 1 and 7 or 3 and 9. Okay, imagine it's 1 and 7. Then we get 9 here, 3 here. We've used 1, 7, 9 and 3. So this would have to be 2 or 8. But we've got 9 here and 3 here. And this can't be 1 away from one of them, or it would need a dot. So if this was 1 and 7, this cell's impossible. And it's exactly the same if it's 3 and 9, because that's 7, that's 1. This has to be 2 or 8, and it can't be, because one of them would be needing a dot. That's absolute beauty, in my opinion. I feel that's so beautiful. That has to be how you're meant to solve this. So this cannot be 2 and 8. That's incredible. Okay. No, sorry. What I've just proved is this has to be 2 and 8. We can take out the 1, 7 and the 3, 9 possibilities. So none of these are 2, 8. The 2, 8 pair is even. That is helpful. This can't be 2 or 8 now. This can't be 1 or 9 because we've got a 1, 9 pair. Let's do the colouring as well. And look, now we've got, well, I suppose, yeah, those are all odd anyway, those candidates. But we now know that this cell is 3 or 7. That's odd. That's funny. It was going to be 3 or 7 the other way as well. Anyway, okay. Oh, this is just weird. It so messes with your head. So these cells are from 2, 3, and 7. But we still don't know if this box is the 2 box or the 4 box. But anyway, that's 2 or 7 because there's a 3 in the row. That's 2, 3, or 7. It couldn't be 3, 7 anyway, because one of those has to be 2. And I don't know what colour they are. I mean, I could colour that remaining domino purple, but I'm not going to. Oh, and look at this row now. Yes, this is the exact benefit of having coloured these odd. This one now can't be odd because there is one more odd there. So there we go. That's even. Oh, God, where does 5 go? Okay, I could have done this ages ago. I've got 5 here, 5 in one of these. 5's in this row, and for exactly the same reason we worked out 5 couldn't be on the dots down here, because the difference of 5 or 7 is too much. 5 has to actually be here. That gives us a... Oh, my God, maybe I've missed something here. 5 goes down there. Same reason here. 5 can't be on the dots, so it's in one of those cells. Oh, we've got 4 odds in column 5 already. If that was a 5, that would be all 5 of them. I don't know. Doesn't prove anything. Oh, this is the row. 1, 2 odds. This is now odd. 3 odds. There's got to be one of these is odd. These can't both be odd. And yet they have to be the same parity because this is a 2 or a 4 difference box, so they have to be even. So this one's 2 or 6. This one is, well, we don't know if it could be any even number because we don't know if this is a 2 or a 4 box yet. This is so strange the way this all works together now. Now we've got all the evens done. 1 there, 2 there, and 1 in one of those. So this cell is odd. Oh, this is crazy. What else can we find? I mean, the things you find in this puzzle are just mad. Now, one of these boxes, either there or there, this run of cells is 1, 2, 8, 9 because, yeah, because that's what they have to be in the 7 box. You have to have a 1, 8 combo and a 2, 9 combo. In the 5 box, so what we haven't determined which they are. No. Oh, there's something going on there. What else is there here? Oh, look, that 1, 9. That's vital. This can't be 1, 5, 9 anymore. So this is the 2 box. Yeah. The 159's down here. This is the 4 box. Okay, so now we know where the 4 box is. It's box 4. How ironic. Okay, so we can fill in 9 and 1. Okay. So, does that even not help? That's unfair. So 7 has to be in this group as well as 5. This could still be 1, 2, 8, 9. I was hoping to rule one of them out. That's 4 or 8 because this is now the 2 box up here. But let's cross that off. So in fact, the order of the boxes goes 1, 2, 3, 4, which I'm going to try it. I mean, we're having to remember that, but there we go. I was almost going to work on the assumption that that was 1, 2, 8, 9, but that would use up all the 1s, 2s, 8s, and 9s, wouldn't it? If this was 1, 2, 8, 9 here, but so this would be a 3, 5, 7 run, but that is possible. Oh, wow. And still, this could have a 1 or 9 in. Actually, it can't have a 1 in because 7 has to be in this row now. But the 1 could be over here. Not quite there yet. Just feel we need one more breakthrough maybe at this point. What am I missing now? So, oh, look, down here, 3 evens. And, oh, one of these has to be even. So this is odd. Yes. There we go. This is even. Sorry if you've spotted that yourself. Good work if you did, because that's not easy to see, I reckon. So these are all odd. And that's really important, because now we can put 3 and 7 in. Everything else in this box is even. 3, 7, 5, 4, 6. So these do come from 1, 2, 8, and 9. That must rule out that the 5 box can be down here. In fact, yes, the fact that 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are not in these cells means that this domino cannot have a 5 difference, because to make a 5 difference with the numbers 1 to 9, you would need something from the run of 7, 5, 6, 4, 3 to be 5 away from something else. So this is the 7 box. So we are using 1, 2, 8, and 9 here. So that's a 2. 2 is next to 9. This is 1 and 8. This is a 2. This is an 8. This is now 6, which doesn't resolve that. That can still be 4 and 8. These are odd. They're part of 1, 3, 7 in that column. I still don't know. Do I know which way round these are? These 2 in this box are even. And they include a 2, which has got to be here. But that's 4 or 8. Wow. Still don't know what these are. Oh, this row has got its 4 evens placed, so those two are odd. That's placed all 5. That's placed all 5 odds in column 5. So that's even, that's even, that's odd. And that's odd, obviously. But that resolves which way round this 1-8 go. Even there. I mean, we really did need the parity colouring again. What a puzzle. It's so clever. It's so intricate. It's so genius. Just love it. Now, these are from 137. Does that place the numbers here? Not quite. Not yet. Oh, maybe it does, but I can't quite see how. And I think we're closing in on something. Oh, now I've made a mistake. This one I coloured odd, and it's even. Phew. Okay, sorry. Miscounted the cells in this bottom box, but got it through the fact that 4 has to fit in here somewhere, so it's got to be there. That's 6. So this is a 2-8 pair. This is a 3-7 pair. Now, I mean a 4-6 pair. Now, what we haven't used up at the top is the fact that this is a 5 box. There it is, 5. So actually I'll leave that as white to remind myself that we're looking for 5 differences. And 4, 6, 5 have been used. So this is either 2, 7 or 3, 8. Whichever way round it is, this is either 1 or 9. And it can't be 1. So that's 9. How weird. I wasn't expecting to place that. So that's 9 there. Actually, remember, that fixes these two, which can't be 1 away from the neighbours on the right. That 8 means this can't be 7. Oh, yes. Box 1 suddenly finished. This is not 7, but it could still be 1 or 3. Now, this is a run of 3, and they include 5 and 7, but do they include 3 or 1? I don't know. Oh, this can't be 7 now, can it? Because it would be next to the 9. Still doesn't finally determine it. So we've got 5, 3, 7 to place here. No, I can't see how that works. Oh, come on. That's 1, 3 or 7. It's not 1. Okay, back to here. So this is 2 and 7. Okay, we don't know which way round. Now, one of these is odd and one is even, and they're 5 apart. So that's 3, 8 or 1, 6. It can't be 3, 8 because surely 3 is needed in this run of 3 digits. Yes. So 1 can be here. 1 and 6 because they're 5 apart. I'm going to finally click off the 5 now. So 1, 6. So this is an 8. That actually fixes this 2, 8 pair down there. Puts 8 here. Let's get rid of the 8 pencil mark there. But back up here. Now that's 1, 6. This is 3, 5, 7. So 5's in the middle. Oh, yeah. 3 has to be here because otherwise 7 would be next to 9. So we can fix all those. Oh, that's lovely. 3, 4, 9 going up here. And now I can use the negative constraint because 4 can't be next to 9 or they'd get a dot. So 3 has to be in the middle. The other two are 4 and 9. Now this 6, 1 pair has been resolved by a 1, 9 pair that we've had since the very start down there. That's 4 or 7. We are left now in box 9 rather as we thought, or sorry, not box 6, but it's using the difference of 9. I suspected that would be the last one to get resolved. But how are we going to finish off now? There must be a way. Oh, that 1 has resolved this 7, 1 pair, of course. That fixes these two. That's 7, that's 3, that's probably important. This is 5. Now these are 2, no, how many apart? 6 apart, and they can't have a 3, so they must be 1, 7. These are 3, 9, so we can now fill in which way round they all go. 4, 6, yeah, they're done as well. That's 3. Okay, that's going to be useful. Still don't know about this 2, 7. The 4 difference there doesn't help, but this is 2 or 7 as well. Oh yes, I could do these parity numbers, couldn't I? So 1 is odd. It is actually quite easy to remember the odd orange thing, so thanks for that tip. 2 and 7, they are resolved because this can't be a 2, so let's fix those and put the actual numbers in. That's actually very helpful. That's a 7, that's a 2. I think I'm just missing something obvious. Yes, there, that 3, 7 pair's been resolved. 3, 3, 3 has to go here now in this box. So I think we're actually finally on the home straight. What a lovely puzzle. 1 has to go here. Not quite done yet. It's dragging out. That's a 4, 6. Okay, 9 in the final column has to go there now. That's a 4 there. That resolves this pair down here. 6, 4. We get a 6 here. This can't be a 2 anymore. That means that's a 4, 7 pair. That is a 2. This is 9. Oh-wee. What a puzzle. I mean, that is just joyous. 4, 7. Okay, we're finished with the numbers. Going to finish with the colors just for my own satisfaction and yours. Those are blue and the remaining odds are orange. I hope you like this pattern better. Ooh, didn't actually disambiguate this 4 and 6, so glad we spotted that at the end. What a brilliant puzzle. Oh, there's 9. 9, 1 as well. Now there's no point pressing the check function here. Since I put in these numbers on the right, it wouldn't have worked, and frankly, because of the dots, it wouldn't have been complete anyway. So that's not going to work on this puzzle, but I really hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. That's been a slow solve, I'm sorry, but I think it was a tough puzzle. Wow, really enjoyed that. Thank you very much for sticking with us on Cracking the Cryptic. We really value your comments as always and your forbearance, and we hope you stay very safe during coronavirus. Thanks very much for your time. Hope to see you again soon, and bye for now.